keep an eye on these this evening.
Yeah, we do. And as a matter of fact, it's occurring right in the area that is under a tornado watch. Let's go to our first alert Doppler radar. Let's put some tracks on this. Show you, first of all, what's going on. You see the cluster of activity right here east of Memphis, northeastern Mississippi, and areas south of 40 in West Tennessee. They are getting all the activity at this point. But as we take a closer look at what's going on, let me zoom back in quickly, show you what's happening over here in this tornado warning that's in effect. First, we'll give you a little info on that. It is for extreme eastern Alcorn County. It's going to go until 5:30 this afternoon, but should exit Alcorn County rather quickly. But also Hardin and Tishomingo counties included in this as well. Those storms are coming your way. Let's clear all this out of here. We'll put a track on this storm, give you an idea of where it's going and who it's going to impact next. I'm going to move it over just a little bit so we bring this back towards the center of the screen here. And then let's put a track on it, and I'll track it first of all from the leading edge of the precipitation just almost outside of Alcorn County. So we move that off to the east. Unfortunately, let me try that one more time. We'll clear that off, put that track back on there. Here we go. And then move it off east through the polygon. So it's going to get into Damon at 4:54, then into Burnsville at 5 o'clock. Should be into Crossroads at 5:04. We'll see it then move into Lowry right around 5:16, Big Ivy at 5:20, and then should make its way into Lutz right around 5:31. Now, most of those communities just outside the coverage area, but as we take a closer look at what's going on in that cell, still wreaking havoc on eastern Alcorn County as it's producing some pretty substantial rainfall. And you can see that area of rotation here. Let me clear this out. Let's put the scope on here. You may get a little better view of what's happening right now. And looks like for the most part, as Eric mentioned, we're hitting that at a considerable distance from the radar, just over 90 miles. The area itself north of Highway 72, it is east of 45, and it's east of the town of Corinth, but at the same time, we're still seeing that rotation right there. And as far as the potential for hail goes, it's also another indicator that a storm could be producing tornado. Take a look at this. Hail size ½ an inch, but right now, the NextRad radar is showing a lot of heavy rain coming in with this as well. Tell you what, I'm going to track that area of rotation. I see we've now got a confirmed tornado on the ground. This is in the shoals of Alabama, so there is visual confirmation of something there, as I can see. Whenever you see the red polygon with the white outline, that tells us that there is a storm spotter or someone in the area who has confirmed a tornado on the ground in that area. So let's go ahead and put another track on this, and I'm going to track this from right there around that circulation itself. Let's take it off to the east. That's going to get into Dostky right around 4:59, then into Crossroads at 5:02. Should make its way into High Point at 5:04. We'll see it then move on into Caney Hollow at about 5:08, 5:16 into Eastport and Waterloo at 5:16. Look, a lot of storm anxiety, especially around McNairy County, who took a direct hit in the town of Selmer yesterday as several supercell thunderstorms rolled through the county, but one of them taking a direct hit right there on Selmer. Eric, you got any new info to share with us?
So, Ron, the only thing that I have up to this point is that there is 2-inch in diameter size hail here that was reported just east of Corinth. Haven't had anything that's actually been confirmed. I know that what you're seeing is you're just going based off your information right there, but haven't actually got confirmation. Okay. And I'm looking over into the northwestern corner of Alabama as far as there being a confirmed tornado on the ground. So right now, just kind of monitoring it here and waiting for the actual confirmation of that, because I know that's not going to pop up as far as Chief Meteorologist Ron Childers' graphics go, unless there is actually something on the ground here.
Interesting that would highlight that, because it was really accurate over the last 24, even in days past.
Agreed.
This is going into our 4th week of severe weather, 3 consecutive weekends, and now this one a more prolonged. But you've got a pretty good shear track that was in there that I was looking at. Was that? Yeah, there's your hail. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and pop up your view right here. So you're looking at velocity, rotation tracker. You see a little bit of that making its way towards, getting a little closer to just to the south of Pickwick, but right there along the Tennessee River as that's pushing on through. It is moving outside of Alcorn County, so I think the Action News 5 coverage area may be in pretty good shape, but it looks like there could still be a little something trying to spin up right there just to the north of Highway 72. This, I would imagine, is going to be that hail core, Eric. Is that what I'm looking at right there?
I generally agree with that,
Okay,
Ron.
so yeah, right there. There's that hail core right there. And again, the hail size on that, what was that?
This is looking at about a quarter-size hail. But the National Weather Service noting that this could have 2-inch. Well, let me rephrase that. There was a confirmed report just east of Corinth that there was 2-inch hail that was reported here. So
we've still got a lot of spotters out in the area.
Yeah.
They converged on the Mid-South yesterday as a result of the high risk, and enhanced risk remains. So we've still got a tremendous number of spotters, eyes on the ground. So we're going to be looking for them for the ground truth and to give us visual confirmation of anything that may be issued as the afternoon and evening progresses. So this is what we're looking at right now. I tell you what, we've got about 5 minutes left before Action News 5 at 5. Eric, what do you say we just go ahead and track this up until 5 o'clock, and then we'll toss it to Action News 5, giving you all a recap of the day's news today. There's been a lot of damage in and around the area as a result of storms that moved through the Mid-South last night. As I go back to the main view here on my first alert Doppler radar, really flooding is the biggest issue, and that is primarily to the east of Memphis right now, but we've also had a couple of flood warnings that have been in effect for the city of Memphis and Shelby County, and I'm getting a lot of pictures from people who are just dealing with rivers in their lawns right now as a result of the torrential rain that's coming down pretty good. As a matter of fact, taking a look at rainfall rates in those areas, right around Somerville, we're seeing rainfall about ½ an inch per hour. There were some heavier returns a little earlier, closer to an inch. And then that cell that was severe thunderstorm warned, as a matter of fact, still a warning on that, coming down at about 0.84 of an inch per hour. Just along the Benton-Tippah County line, or excuse me, Benton-Marshall County line along Highway 22, but just to the north of that, just over 1.5 inches per hour. I'm checking it out for hail. Not seeing much of anything in the way of hail being indicated. As a matter of fact, I'm seeing nothing. So this is really all rain coming down. But Eric, we've still got the severe thunderstorm warning there. Is that showing any signs of trying to intensify? That's a highly charged area. We even had temperatures pretty warm, upper 70s around Oxford. So there's still a lot of warm air there.
Agreed. I'm kind of confused about this whole confirmed tornado but not situation here. So I'm looking over at National Weather Service chat, and the Huntsville, Alabama chapter confirmed that it was on the ground here that just doesn't make sense to me. I'm not sure where they're getting that report from.
We have conflicting info from two different weather service offices.
That's the best way to put it.
That's what we're getting right now. So I think that's the issue. Memphis National Weather Service here in Memphis issues the warnings for our counties. However, because the Huntsville National Weather Service office just to the east, they may be in contact with someone else or a spotter that they're working with who has brought that visual confirmation, and that info has not been relayed to the Weather Service office here in Memphis. Nonetheless, the good news, Eric, it's pushing out of Alcorn County.
Great point.
And I think folks in Corinth, Selmer, you are not under a tornado threat from this. We can't let our guard down because we're still watching these storms that are coming in from the west push off to the east. So those could intensify. And Eric, I'm keeping a close eye on what's going on back here. This is about to move into Lee and Phillips County. This could intensify as it starts to move into a moisture-rich environment, a little warmer air in place there. But I tell you what, check out the lightning that's in this cell right here. Just within that warned storm, we've got 363 strikes of lightning. Absolutely amazing. But again, flooding. That's the big issue in and around much of the area this afternoon. So we're still seeing flash flood warnings. We've got that one right now for Fayette, Haywood, Lauderdale, and Tipton County until 7:30. We've got another one down south. That is for, and this one is going to be for Tunica, DeSoto County, Crittenden, Lee, Phillips, and that goes until 9:30. And just to the east of that, even where we've got other warnings, we've got a flash flood warning for Alcorn, Benton, Prentiss, and Tippah counties until 10:30 tonight. It is imperative that if you come to a flooded road, that you turn around, do not drown. We say it often, but there's a reason for it. All it takes is about 6 inches of moving water, and that can wash out a road, and you won't be able to see it. Right now, tornado warning looks like they've just moved it outside of Alcorn County. That is going to move on into Middle Tennessee, cross the Tennessee River. Folks in Hardin County, if we have any friends in Pickwick Lake, know that you've got a tornado-warned cell that is in close proximity to you, but it's exiting our area. Here we are at 5 o'clock right now, so what do you say we start Action News 5 now? That is a potent tornado. Confirmed tornado on the ground.
I sat in the house watching it. It didn't last 5 minutes. They cleared all this stuff out in 5 minutes.
A jump in the tub, it probably only took 5 seconds from that point before I could just hear my house ripping apart. And then I was instantly in the neighbor's backyard.
This is day one of what's shaping up to be a 4-day event.
Taking action for you. Action News 5 starts now with a First Alert Weather Day update.
We are tracking storms in the Mid-South, multiple fatalities in the first round. This is our second consecutive First Alert Weather Day. The Action News 5 team is spread out across the Mid-South to